Welcome to Talk Flicks with Boss Chicks. I'm your host, Crystal, and today we're going to be talking about predictions and questions for the season finale of Insecure, episode 10, entitled Low Key Lost.
What makes a flower a funeral flower versus a fun flower?
I'm mainly asking for the price difference. I just want to surround myself with things that make me happy.
Everybody, Issa, everybody.
Hey. I'm kind of tired.
I let shit go all the time.
I'm gonna be honest about how I felt. So what's the deal?
So, this episode, actually, before I even get into that, I'm personally a person who likes to read ahead to kind of see what possibly could be down the road ahead. I've always kind of been like that, even in school, just kind of trying to get an idea of what is to come. And so when this season started, I kind of read through the titles for each episode, just kind of trying to formulate in my mind, some what could this be about, and so Low Key Lost always kind of struck me as one of the titles that was really just thought-provoking, because why is she lost, how is she lost, what's happening. And so as we have gone through this series or this season and we're down to the last episode this week, we're all curious, what is Issa, or maybe not even Issa, who is going to be lost, who is going to be low-key lost. And so just some things me and some of my friends, we kind of talk about this show, we're on the phone, and some interesting predictions and guesses kind of came up about what is this meaning, low-key lost. So my guess or stab at it is that Issa is probably going to end up, she's lost her friendship with Molly, which honestly, as I said before in the previous episode, Molly was not a real friend. She was just kind of like one of those poser friends that just kind of, shows up just to kind of make themselves feel better, saying, oh, I helped her do this, or oh, this or that or whatever. They're not true friends that got your back, that's down for you. One of the things that one of my friends had mentioned when we were discussing this episode was just how Molly never really told Issa, hey girl, you did that joint, congratulations, that was awesome, that was dope. She actually had conversations like that with Andrew, instead of with Issa. And so, as I said before, Molly has never really been one of my favorite characters. She's just been, I've always thought, just a little bit over the top. She always overstepped. And again, she's the one that's really insecure when you really look at it. The title really is, I feel more appropriately applied to her in her life. She doesn't know what she wants. She's very selfish, and selfish people usually are insecure because they don't know how to collaborate and operate with other people. So I think, in addition to, Issa losing her best friend, I think she's also going to lose Lawrence. Not that she ever really truly had him. One of the things, as I had mentioned, I think I mentioned in the previous episode, it might have been when I was on the phone with one of my friends, was that Nate had made a very interesting comment, which I don't know if it resonated with other people as much as it resonated with me, which is that Lawrence is kind of sometimey. And I feel that is very true. And I feel like this whole thing that they have is just kind of them just kind of seeing, okay, do we still have feeling for each other? Okay, we do, but I don't think Lawrence is as I I don't think he's as dedicated to Issa as people may think he is, or he's trying to make it seem to be. I think Condola is still really in the picture still, even though we're not seeing her. And one of the things that I think is happening, this is just my whole theory, is that because in the episode Low Key Happy, he kept getting text messages from Condola like, hey, come over, whatever, they're gonna meet up, but he didn't. But I think what that possibly could be is that, and maybe even the reason why that sparked him to actually ask her to go out with him in that episode, is I think Condola is pregnant. And I think Lawrence is trying to navigate his feelings for Issa as he's dealing with the fact that he has a child on the way. I say that because I was talking to one of my friends. We were talking about Lawrence's response to the new addition to the insecure family of the baby, and his response. He was just kind of weird in that interaction with his friends, and so I think that he's thinking about fatherhood because he actually is going to be a father, and he knows he's going to be a father. That's what I think. And I think these trips to San Francisco or wherever are not necessary. He may have a job in San Francisco, but I think it also is, he may be taking trips with Condola to the doctors to get ultrasounds and see, the development of the baby, is what I think as well. So I think she's going to lose Lawrence, but I think also she's going to be struggling with her possible relationship with Nathan. I honestly will stop talking to my friend. I think Issa and Nathan are actually more suited for each other. Even though we love Lawrence, we love Issa and Lawrence together, we're in love with that idea. I honestly don't think they are as compatible as Nate and Issa, and I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, they both are coming to grips with the realities of their life. Nate is coming to grips with the reality of the fact that he is bipolar. Issa's coming to reality of that, her, friend, or her, she thought was a friend, is not really a friend. They're both embarking on, new steps in their career. Nate, he's, taking over the barbershop. Issa, she's going in hard with the event coordinating. So honestly, they kind of fit a lot more versus with Lawrence. I'm not really even sure what his career situation is, because in one of the previous episodes, they were, talking about at his job how they were downsizing and stuff like that. And he was thinking his job is secure because, I think he said because he was black and whatever. But we don't really know what is going on with his career, to be honest with you. So I just feel like those two work. And, even when they were over, Andrew's place with Molly and all that, having playing games, they just seemed a little bit more compatible to me. So I think that's what's going to leave her lost, is that, she's going to be stripped of the things that she has known for, I guess, all of the seasons that we've known Issa. She's going to be stripped of those things that she's been, comfortable with and been, people who she's been riding with forever. So I think that is going to be what is going to be lost. But I think as she's lost, she's going to find, a new path for her. And I think that that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. So I think it'll definitely leave us with a good cliffhanger for the next season. But, it may break our hearts to see, who is lost and how they are actually lost. So stay tuned. Next week we'll be talking about this last episode, this Low Key Lost. I'm actually super duper excited. All right, so stay tuned. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button. We're going to be doing these more often, just kind of talking about different shows and different movies and giving our takes on them from, boss chick's perspective. All right, peace.